Matilda taught me how to read A-D-O-P-T. Adopt!
Okay, is she pulling your heartstrings or what? Welcome back to Dawn. My next guest is going to tell us about pet fostering and this adorable, adoptable puppy, Samaya. Krista Policella is the treasurer for Philadoptables. Welcome, Krista.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Appreciate
it's so
it.
good to have you.
Great.
So I know you're an animal lover.
Yes.
And that's how you got into this, right?
Absolutely. Yes, I've been volunteering for about 6 years, and we're with a nonprofit, Philadoptables, which supports Philadelphia's animal control shelter, where Samaya is from. She's about a 6-month-old, little terrier mix, came into the shelter as a stray. Very adorable. She was kind of walking around somebody's neighborhood, and some good resident of Philadelphia just brought her into the shelter so that she can find her own home. And here she's been waiting for about a week or so for somebody to come either adopt or foster her. For fostering, really, we just need a lot of people to kind of open up their heart and homes for some of these puppies while they're waiting for their forever home, whether it be a puppy or a kitten. Both of them are in need right now, especially with the spring coming up. We've got a lot of kittens that come into the shelter. So whether you're into cats or dogs, we can find an animal to match your personality and lifestyle.
She is so sweet.
She is. She's very sweet. She's great in the car. We went for a little walk. She doesn't really pull. Surprisingly, she's just a really good puppy. She's looking for her own home right now.
So Krista, walk us through the adoption process and then maybe the fostering.
Sure. So for adoption, what you really can do is come to the shelter, and we're located at 111 West Hunting Park Avenue in Philadelphia. And once you come in, bring your whole family. So if you have kids, make sure you bring your kids to make sure they're comfortable with whichever animal fits best into your home. Once you come, you fill out an application, just some basic questions kind of about pet ownership. And then once you've filled it out, you can kind of meet some of the animals. There's a few runs to kind of go in with some of the either adoptable dogs to spend time with them, figure out if this fits your personality. And then once that's been done, you can process the adoption. And if they've already been fixed, you can take them home that day. Otherwise, they'll stay overnight and get neutered so that you can go home in the morning. Thank you.
Oh, she's
Very
giving
loving.
you kisses.
Yeah. And for fostering, the process works pretty much the same way. Kind of come in knowing if you want like a dog or a cat. Come in, and what they can do is show you a lot of the dogs or cats that need foster care. Some of them could really benefit from getting out of the shelter. She's got a little bit of hair loss, but once she kind of gets out of the stressful shelter, we know it'll all grow back, and the shelter will provide any medication, so she needs antibiotics. It is.
And for a dog like her, I would say, just because I have kids.
Yes.
So she's active. She's not
is.
hyper or anything.
No.
That's the cool thing. She has a laid-back personality.
Exactly. Yeah, she's pretty chill.
But she would be good with kids because they would play with her, and she's energetic, but she has a nice zen quality to her.
Exactly. Yes, she absolutely does. She's very kind of calming. So you probably want kids that really understand how to be around dogs and just not run up on them. But I think she'd be really good with kids.
Yeah, especially maybe not a 3-year-old, but like my boys are 7. And actually, Michael.
Oh, they'd be perfect.
Michael's birthday. Happy birthday, Michael. He's 10 today.
Happy birthday.
So for those ages, I think they'd be perfect.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
They can,
Take her for a walk and throw the ball in the backyard.
Yeah,
play
I might have to
Frisbee.
take you home to Buddy, my dog Buddy Boy. He's another rescue.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah,
we have
she'd
some
be-
pictures of some of the dogs. Can we show them?
Yeah, absolutely.
So who's this?
This was Tiger. He was actually available for adoption not too long ago.
He's adorable.
Yeah, he found a great home.
And we have a cat coming up next.
Yes, these are
Oh,
two kittens. Yeah, they were at one of our off-site adoption events, looking for their home. We have a lot of satellite locations, so if you can't get right to the shelter, you can go to some of our locations, and they're all up on our website.
And so what's the cat event that's coming up?
So we have the Sneezy Cat
Challenge?
Yes, and what it is, it's on Sunday, April 13th. And if you come in, and we have a lot of sick cats right now that really just kind of need to get out of the shelter. They can't get well in the shelter. So what you do is you come into the shelter, we'll give you a homemade blanket that one of our other board members, Marta, made. And they'll give you a case of wet food as well as all the medication that you're going to need. So there's not much space that's needed in your home. So if you have an empty bathroom or an extra bedroom that you can just kind of house a cat for a little while to help them get sick, help them get better, this is the perfect time for you to come down to the shelter.
I wonder if they get allergies, because I just read this morning this is going to be, because we had a rough winter and it was a wet winter, there's a lot of mold out there.
Oh.
So for humans and maybe animals, we're going to have one of the worst allergy seasons in history.
Geez. Oh, no.
So maybe, I know,
Yeah.
isn't that just great news
Exactly.
after the rough
Something
winter?
to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think I also always tell people, bring, like you said, bring the kids. Like when we adopted Buddy or any of our dogs or cats, bring the kids with.
Yes.
So that you at the shelter,
Exactly.
you can do an analysis, but
Yep.
also the parents can see whether the kids get along.
Exactly. You want your kids to feel comfortable first and foremost. You don't want an animal that's too big or too intimidating for them, because you want everybody to feel comfortable in the home. So bring the kids down so that they can meet any cat or dog that you want to bring into the home, to make sure everybody gets along and feels happy and safe with each other.
And so if anybody wants to adopt Samaya, they can contact you.
Yes, they can contact us, or they can head right to the shelter, which is 111 West Hunting Park Avenue, and
Perfect.
adoptions is open till 8 p.m. today.
Samaya's saying, please adopt me.
Yes, she is.
I thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
And if people want to volunteer like you,
Yes,
it's also
absolutely.
so fulfilling.
It is, it really is. It's something great to do in your spare time, even if you don't have much. Just come for an hour and walk a dog or cuddle a cat.
Oh, how do you not adopt?
Exactly.
I want to thank you so much. Thank you, Samaya, and we'll let you know if Samaya gets adopted.
Yes.
And we're going to show you the Spring Sneezing Challenge again, Sunday, April 13th, 10 to 5. There's all the info for you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Samaya.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll show you some awesome spring planting ideas.